I have in real time seen preceptors or doctors ask patients, "You're not depressed, are you?" And that's their screening for depression. Are you depressed? Is that how we screen for depression? No. We are going to go over some of the vague symptoms of depression, namely hopelessness, guilt, and anhedonia, that frustrate me because people don't ask about them the way that they should. If I ask you, are you hopeless? What am I really asking you? Am I assessing the extent to which you are hopeless, or I'm asking, do you agree with the statement, I am hopeless? Most of the time, it's going to be the latter. So, asking about guilt. Do you think it's all your fault? Do you feel guilty? It's just not a great way to ask. Usually I see if someone feels as though they deserve the position that they're in. So a lot of guilt has to do with this feeling that you have ownership for your terrible station. So if someone says, nothing good's gonna happen to me and I honestly deserve it, that to me is a statement of guilt. The same with hopelessness. If someone's saying, I don't think anything's ever gonna get better again, they've already told you that they're hopeless. Now coming back to anhedonia. Anhedonia is the loss of pleasure or enjoyment in something that used to give you pleasure. So let's say I used to love playing video games, but now when I do it, it just doesn't hit the same at all anymore. I don't try to ask very specifically about hobbies at all. Like I mentioned before, keep everything as open-ended as possible. I usually just say, what are you looking forward to? Or what gives you joy? And people will be taken back by like that annoying philosophical question, like, oh God, this psychiatrist is being so invasive right now. And then I kind of say, okay, sorry, like, yeah. What do you do when you get home from work? If in this open-ended question, the answer is nothing, I just like kind of lay in the fetal position, wait to go to bed, that's a great description of anhedonia. And if that's what happens every night when they go to bed, they are telling you that they don't have something that they want that's giving them joy in their life. When I ask about sleep, I try to keep it as open-ended as possible. I just ask, what does sleep look like? And then I try to get an idea of like the specifics of like, what time do you go to bed? What time? I try not to give a leading question like, are you having trouble sleeping? Is sleep bad? More so, what time are you going to bed at night? Oh man, like I'm just a curious guy who's interested in what's going on. Don't go down your Siggy Caps checklist. It's good to have it in your head, but the checklist is for you. It's not for the patient. So just ask them to walk you through how their day is, validate their feelings, and then say, do you think it's gonna get better? Do you feel like you deserve this? Why'd this happen? That's terrible, huh? And just kind of sit there curiously, like, you're the village idiot and you're just trying to put it all together. That's one of my favorite stances. Because I'm just like, oh my God. So you're telling me that you hate your job and you're not excited about it? Dang, I feel like I'd be in the same situation. Now we're talking about how much their job sucks without really redirecting towards the label of depression. Because what I found is that some people are resistant to the label of depression, some people are pursuant of the label of depression. And labels aren't helpful when we're trying to just get diagnostic information here. Because at the end of the day, labeling someone with depression who doesn't need medication is not helpful, and then being resistant to the label isn't helpful either, okay? Hopefully there's something worthwhile in this. I feel like I sound irritated. I swear I'm not irritated. It's just, I'm impassioned, I think is how I put it. What do you think, Maggie? Oh, she's a cutie.
Hi.